Hi, everyone. Welcome back to 30 Minutes in His Presence. Last week, we answered a very practical question. How do we live differently from the world around us? We established that one way to live differently is to set boundaries that honor God. Today, we're going one step further because when we set boundaries, the next question becomes, how do I protect what God is doing in me so that I don't drift back to my old ways? The answer here is simple. You must guard your heart. Proverbs 4:23 says, guard your heart above all else, for it determines the course of your life. You see, God can transform you in a moment, but transformation is sustained by intention. If you don't guard your heart, you risk the chances of going back to your old ways. Old patterns will return, old desires will resurface. Being set apart does not mean temptation will disappear. It means you have decided what you will no longer entertain. I remember when I had gotten out of that relationship that wasn't God honoring, and after setting boundaries, I had to guard my heart. The temptations were there as a single girl. But because I knew already what I would no longer entertain, it was easier for me to walk away from those temptations. One of the mistakes that believers make in their mind is thinking that if it is not a sin, it is okay. But some things don't pull you into sin, they pull you away from God. Distractions may look like constant noise, too much scrolling, too many opinions. We live in a society where, from the moment we wake up now, we are bombarded with notifications, alerts, and those distract us, those pull us away from God. You realize that you spend most of your day scrolling on your phone and have not had any time in prayer, in fellowship, in worship with God. If the enemy cannot stop your total surrender, he will distract you from your devotion. Whatever you allow in will eventually show up how you live. When we talk about guarding your heart, what I mean by guarding your heart, I mean that being intentional about what you watch, what you listen to, what conversations you partake in, what you allow that has access to your heart and to your emotions. Because you have to realize that what you watch, what you listen to, eventually begins to shape your philosophies, begins to shape your ways of thinking. Being set apart, at some point, you would have to realize that you're going to have to say no to certain things, and it is okay. And so, as I close this message, I want to remind you God did not call you out of darkness just so you can casually live in the light. You are chosen, you are set apart, you're called to reflect Him. So, living differently means surrendering daily, setting boundaries that honor God, and guarding your heart faithfully. And when you do this, you will remain spiritually sensitive, rooted, and useful to God. If this message was a blessing to you, please subscribe and share it with someone who needs to hear this. Thank you for spending time with me in His presence. And until next week, bye bye.